And one meeting, one very notable meeting, here in Holland as well. Dutch Darts Masters in the World Series in a semi-final, 7-6. Van Dijvenbode won that one before losing quite handsomely at the hands of Dimitri van den Bergh in the final itself. Good match, that one.
Yeah, yet another case where Van Dijvenbode has been in a big stage final and then not been able to get the job done. He will get there if he gets back to how he was playing. It was an inevitability he'd win big stage titles before his injuries. Tops. That'll do. 15 dart start, ton plus finish. Dirk is here to play.
Yeah, 1-6-4 checkout to round things off in his opening match, and a 1-1-2 checkout to start things off in his second round encounter against James Wade. 102.4 the average yesterday as well.
Maintaining some decent money on his Pro Tour ranking as well. Yeah, a little added bonus.
And he's still making an impression in big TV majors as well. Finalist at the UK Open this year, and that's one of the reasons why he's number 9 in the world right now.
81. Bergh 161.
Lost 10-9 to Jermaine Wattimena in the second round of the European Championship last year, so made it through with 26 grand on the European Order of Merit last time. But here we go.
For a 1-6-1, Dirk van Dijvenbode. Dynamite stuff from Big Dirk.
Wade is a little bit frustrated with himself there because he hasn't really made the most of that situation.
Bergh just trying to compose himself. A lot of adrenaline coursing through his veins. This is a big weekend, as we said already this weekend, for the Dutch players. Their only chance to play a ranking event in their home country. A very rare chance to play in their home country full stop in PDC darts.
Bergh 117.
For another ton plus finish. Single 17. Leaves tops. He can't stop it, you know. 112, 161, 117. It was a 164 to wrap up his win last night. World Cup darts captain for the Netherlands this year, of course, overcoming Mario van der Behade this afternoon.
Yeah, that was a nice bullseye finish as well.
167.
Really impressed with Danny Noppert today. 167 here for Wade. I'm not writing Wade out of this by any stretch of the imagination.
139.
He's just beginning to show signs of life and maybe just threatening to make a move. Now then, Dirk, 170 for another feather in your cap in terms of the finishing today. Gets the second treble 20. The crowd expecting this one up. And why not? Because he has absolutely pinned it bang on the money. And just look at the reaction from Dirk van Dijvenbode, and look at the reaction from James Wade as well.
But he's definitely done this. It's about sustaining it, not just for 4 legs, for a whole game. This will help. That is a beauty. He's down to a 2-darter.
Well, gets him down. I mean, switching to the 19s was sensible in terms of the scoring. I thought that second dart might have been a little bit precarious anyway, but all in all, it's a good visit. And yeah, he's just started muttering to himself as Van Dijvenbode as well. But yeah, this is the chance now to put this one to bed. Wade is lurking just in case on 164. Big deep breaths for Dirk van Dijvenbode. Could he wrap it up with another ton plus or ton checkout in this case? Top stops? Yeah, not quite.
6.
Wade on 164, and I know it's James Wade. I don't think going the full gun at the top stops and potentially losing a dart out the board was wise. However, it is James Wade. It is James Wade for a 164. Oh, very nearly a third monstrous check out of the game. Wade might be about to fall to Dirk van Dijvenbode for the second Euro Tour running. Beaten in Sindelfingen in a tight one. Blown away here tonight. Dirk van Dijvenbode, imperious. An astonishing display of finishing. 4 ton plus finishes, including a 170 and a 161. 4,000 Dutch fans going berserk because the over-genius is in the final day of the Dutch Darts Championship.
To at least get third round money on the scoreboard.
I can very much imagine Boris having chickens. Very impressive ones. Should really use the ball. doesn't,
84.
O'Connor has another chance to get his first leg in this tournament. Might have to be the bull. What's he going to do? Chase the treble or go for the single?
There's your answer. And he gets the double 11 this time. And he needed that as well, because he missed a couple of opportunities in the opener, but he's hit back straight away with a break, and it's a 12-dart break as well for Willie O'Connor.
O'Connor is the first reserve for Leverkusen next week. He is hanging by the phone just in case he needs to go to Germany next week as well.
Yeah, but where is he hanging by the phone? Because if you're in Limerick, for example, it's not necessarily an easy mission to get to Leverkusen at a moment's notice.
He's not bothered. He'll just jump in the car, get a flight, off you go.
68.
Darts is a lifestyle.
And credit to him for getting here quickly. Nighttime slot, of course, as well. Double 4 here for O'Connor. And yep, a little tap on the thigh there for Paul Nicholson alongside me, because he's acknowledged that was another good measured response and a nice sensible piece of play. Didn't look panic-stricken, just nice ebb and flow about the way that O'Connor's playing about.
He's taking control of this game.
Impetus here.
There are signs that Willie O'Connor 180 power could be returning. Just little flickers of it every now and again.
12, yep. Well, has pretty much summed up Boris's evening so far. Just far too many little slip-ups here and there that have just knocked him off balance, really. 161 for Willie O'Connor here. This would be some steel, wouldn't it, Willie? We have seen some spectacular finishes this weekend, but we're not going to see one on this occasion. But he has returned to the treble 20 bet for good measure anyway. Kirchmar, this 54 simply has to go. Double 18. Yeah, that'll do nicely. It's a holder throw, so no massive damage done for Willie O'Connor. So remember talking about Michael Smith playing in a Players' Championship.
Yeah, he won one of them that weekend. The other one, which is the day that these two played, was won by Justin Pipe.
Wow.
45.
I know, because he beat me in the final. Didn't let me get a leg. Pesky Pipe.
I knew there'd be a reason you'd know that. 57 for 24 for Willie O'Connor for a 5-3 lead and a break back straight away. But yeah, the finishing is just starting to be a little bit problematic and a little bit wayward as well. It's okay because he will return. I say it's okay for now at least. Kirchmar on 196 minus these, and he's not making too much of an impression either.
Yeah, it's okay for now, but the last thing you want to keep doing is missing doubles. You want to get rid of it. And he should. Does a very good job using the marker once again, like he did on double 4 earlier. Pretty much the whole game.
Double 17. Would have left a shot, but
41.
He'll have to return, or at least he'll have to hope he returns. Boris looking at 154, and that is not going to happen. And Willie O'Connor is the first, or should be the first, to a match start.
He didn't enjoy that big 4 that he hit just now. He was hoping to be on 56 at worst, but it might just be one match start.
How many opportunities? It is 2 match starts at double 8 for Willie O'Connor, and he takes it at the first time of asking. And Willie O'Connor parachuted into the field as a late replacement for Gerwyn Price, makes the most of his good fortune, and he takes care of business against one of the stars of the show yesterday in round 1. Boris Kirchmar hits the buffers though in this one, and it's Willie O'Connor who advances for the first time this year to the second round on a European Tour stage, where he will face the European champion Richie Edhouse in the last 16 tomorrow.
But based on form, he'd probably rather play Raymond.
You know, I do remember Ian White. Wasn't this one? He is a former winner of this title, Ian White, but he also won the Dutch Darts Masters, beating 3 Dutchmen in a row in the final session, including Michael van Gerwen, in front of a partisan Dutch crowd. It can be done.
94.
Raymond van Barneveld can't leave a finish. Ross Smith loves that double 18. He's going to leave tops. No, he's not. All right, though.
He is so uncomfortable with what he's just hit. He's just triple checking.
42. Oh, 32. Great. Fabulous stuff.
On the first leg, Rosmalen.
Well, that was just a little smattering of weird.
His mind and his vision on those darts.
Phil Taylor was actually one of the first players to use a black dart around 2009, I think it was, because he was convinced that using a darker coloured dart
59.
made the treble 20 look even bigger.
Yeah, it's all personal preference. Raymond van Barneveld
58.
looks like he'd prefer not to be up there in a minute. A look from Ross Smith at the scoreboard. I think he's going to have to go for this on the bull if it's an option. He's thinking about it. No. Gambles pays off, out of ring anyway.
78.
That's an interesting decision.
38.
Not playing great, Raymond, but very much in this. Double 12.
126. Russell 8.
3,500 oohs. And 3,500 ohs.
Breaker throw, first one of this match. 16 darter, good enough for Ross Smith there. Yeah, he's impervious to whatever is going on around him here. Look at this. What a majestic leg of darts this is from Ross Smith. Just missed a couple for a 5-1 lead and then fires back with a potential 10 darter on throw. Good luck, Ray Barneveld, dealing with this.
There you go.
On the 7th leg, Ross Smith. 8th leg is Raymond.
What a player.
Pick a number.
5.
Can't rule it out, can you? When you hit 180s like he does, there might be one coming in here. It's a little bit low in the bed.
That second dart was out of this world.
Might need this to stay alive. He's got a dart at the bull. Raymond van Barneveld misses the ball. There's a little nervous glance at the scoreboard. 45 is missed. Ooh, now. Missed this not very entirely. Goes to the treble 13. Oh, that's a beautiful dart. Match dart, Ross Smith. So good, so composed, so powerful. Far too good for Barney tonight. Ray Barneveld is beaten and beaten well in front of 4,000 home fans. Ross Smith powering through to the final day of the Dutch Darts Championship, and it's Johnny Clayton who awaits.
Yeah, Littler averaging 107 almost in that match. Hit 10 180s, but even that wasn't enough. As Peter Wright wraps up his 9th European Tour title in style.
Now for the 19s. Yeah, getting the numbers right, making sure he's got a shot. Wessel on a better one treble combo. Looking to level up the score as Peter Wright waves to some of his fans. Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
Third leg is Peter, the throw first.
27 and a bit as well. That's another feather in his cap, and good scoring today as well in the main so far. And after 12 darts, he's down to another ton plus opportunity of 101. And just the 55 from Peter Wright. So 6 darts for Nyman from here to consolidate the early break that he's got for a 3-1 lead. Fat 9 for double 16. Nicely done. Second ton plus checkout of the night so far for Wessel Nyman. Halfway there.
He's not making sensible decisions there. He's in danger of hitting a ton to leave 159. In the end, he's got an even worse result. And he hasn't got as many points, and he's still not on a finish.
Yeah, he's not really settled at all. It's starting to look a little bit erratic, and pretty much from the word go when he's querying whether the board was straight. Just hasn't really got going in this one. Got the first leg on the scoreboard, but since then it has all been about Wessel Nyman. And he's in position once again here. Double 18. Oh, it's a third out of 4 on the spin. ton plus checkouts for Wessel Nyman. This time it's away from double 16, but clearly the versatility is there, and clearly the finishing is there. And he's producing the numbers in abundance here so far. This is looking very, very strong indeed from Wessel Nyman.
I think it was about 15 minutes ago I said that Peter Wright might be entering a new phase where you can rely on him to be okay, like a decent level. He's not been there tonight. It's a really puzzling display from him, and it might be about to be ended very, very quickly by Wessel Nyman, who's eyeing up a 4th ton plus checkout of the match, which would match the number that Dirk van Dijvenbode produced earlier, although they haven't featured some of the monstrous ones that Dirk took out. But this is for a 6-1 win, his first ever victory against Peter Wright, if this really is Peter Wright.
54 for 32, not happening, but
58.
Let's see if he will return.
124.
Peter Wright looking at 1-2-4, and this would be, well, much needed, and it may well come as a bit of a surprise, but that just sums up Peter Wright's evening so far. Single 5, treble 19, it's the inconsistency. Single 6, and it's all a bit messy, and Nyman can step in once again with an opportunity once more.
Match starts. And Wessel Nyman has beaten Peter Wright for the first time in his career. It's an apology from Snakebite because he offered very, very little. But it means Wessel is through to the final day of the Dutch Darts Championship, and we're guaranteed a Dutchman in the final session tomorrow because Nyman faces van Dijvenbode for a spot in the last 8.
Yeah, that can be sometimes the way to approach it. When you know that you've had a bit of a let-off, you can be just thankful that you're still involved, and that's exactly what he said yesterday. And he still has to go up there and produce the goods, and so far so good for Menseh. 180 to leave 161.
100. Gammon, you require 161.
Let's just see if Menzies can find this 161. Not going to happen. What's taking your eye there, Paul? You were peering over the top of your booth there.
59.
Just a couple of occasions now, Humphries has been distracted by whistling. It's only happening on his throw.
96.
Just misses out on 2-2. It happens on Menzies' throw now, so it's happening to them both. It's tops.
82. Luca required 25.
Well, didn't have any joy with double 16, but he's had joy with double 8 there, and that's a good response by Humphries. Menzies had that opportunity at tops for a 3-1 lead, but Humphries has hit back
on a regular basis because he's really starting to get the hang of it. He will ready himself for those multiple game days. The more he gets into Sunday,
58.
That's why he's getting so much success at the minute, because he's learning how to get through these days. They're difficult.
190.
Look at the gap there now. Well and truly in control. But Humphries, that's what I like about Humphries. This game, this leg may have gone, but he wants to just keep that rotation going. And Menzies does level things up. The front 9 average, by the way, for Menzies, 114 and a bit, although it's taken a bit of a nosedive there.
That's nothing compared to what he's done in the Premier League. He's had 118 average this season.
86.
And he's still got another gear.
96.
96 for a break of throw and a 4-3 lead. Humphries looking at 136 when he returns, and he will return 56. After that as well.
Luca require 136.
The dream has died once again. There was a whistle. I think that came just slightly after the throw.
Don't know why they're doing it. Makes no sense to me. Makes no sense to the players, anybody else. And these players are just getting on with their job. But trust me, we've spent enough time in the practice room and very close to it to hear some conversations. Maybe Menzies against Smith. And so far, Cammy is using this freebie, as he called it,
100.
very well.
Well, Humphries should win this leg.
100.
You look at the numbers for Humphries and you think, how on earth is he 5-3 behind? But this is darts.
Yeah, he's averaging well over 100 at the moment. He's not playing badly, but the finishing has let him down. Missed darts at double 14 and double 7 in the previous leg. That cluster of missed darts at double 16 as well. He has missed 8 darts at a double, but he is still averaging 103. But Menseh is just producing the goods on the front 9 time and time again.
That has had an effect, that 180 from Humphries. That's possibly the last one. That's 13. After starting with 46, he's gone back-to-back maxes to put himself within 95 of winning the game, and he might have to hit it.
Just held up momentarily as Menseh, yeah, that was accidental. He just lost his grip there as he retrieved his darts. Humphries, though, looking to wrap up the performance of a world #1 and a performance of a world champion that he once was. And on that evidence, he has to be feared this weekend as well. Just look at the numbers from Luke Humphries, an average of 105.76. Menseh, you have to say, looked to be the firm favourite in that one when he opened up a 5-3 lead. He was playing ever so well, but Luke Humphries had other ideas, and Luke Humphries just went to the well one more time. He found a little extra, he dug a little bit deeper, and he produces the fight back with 3 legs on the spin, and he advances to that meeting with Michael Smith once again on a European Tour stage by winning it by 6 legs to 5. A brilliant, brilliant performance. Menseh heads home. Humphries marches on.
I mean, he didn't. He hit the small 20, but if he got the 60, he would have left to finish. But thinking about it even deeper, he didn't need to think about it that much because Bunting's way back.
Just think, look, talk about players being first dart merchants and the game getting easier, you get the first dart where you want it. If it's not going to get easier for Nico Springer, he's playing this game on hard mode.
70.
He's a clever boy. Very, very clever. And maybe sometimes you can get caught up in your own thoughts and try to be too precise.
100. Make it require 36.
Double 18. Over to the 9s.
Catch on the 5th leg, Nico Springer.
He will return. Stephen Bunting is having a running battle with that sticker on his arm. Dirk van Dijvenbode has had a few of those in the last few weeks. It was all looking all right for Stephen Bunting at 3-1 up, but he wasn't playing brilliantly. Nico Springer has upped it, but he does not lead just yet.
The last 3 legs have been 18 darters. If this doesn't go, Nico has the luxury of getting another 18 darter. Oh, it's so close.
129.
He can't afford to do what he did in the last visit. He can't miss 32 twice and then thrice. Oh, that's relief. And it is another 18 darter.
And while, look, he's been quite good at switching, it does still strike me as a bit of a weakness because it should be easier for him. You've got 2 marker darts in there, but he's then having to go to a different bed. No problem there.
I think it's when the second dart hits the first one. It's a natural reaction that it goes flatter. And I think he's just understood how he gets the most out of his game.
56.
Is he going to split or go here?
38.
Split is the player.
He does split. And hits as well. That's a 14 darter for Nico Springer. It is his best leg of the match.
But Bunting does get a chance to take this the distance. He may get another visit. And if this goes to 5-5, you back Bunting, because his record of last leg shootouts on the Euro Tour is unbelievable.
One searching for the bullseye or 25 there. It's a little bit messy. For Stephen Bunting, you would think 16 for tops. You would think right. And he gets it right. Tops is hit again by Bunting, and it is 5-all. And Paul Nicholson says if it goes last leg decider, you back Bunting, but it's Springer who's got the darts. Can he make it count? He loves that 1-2-1, and it is a very makeable shot. Could be even better than that. What a visit from the bullet, only his second 180, and it comes right to the deck.
Nothing better than getting a 180 when it's the last chance to see one in the match. Large swathes of this game, Bunting has been second best. He may still prevail.
Double 12. Two match darts missed by the bullet, and Nico Springer has a chance to reach the final day of a European Tour for the first time as a tour card holder.
He's only had one 5-visit leg in this match. He gets another one right at the end. Excellent decision making once again from the German. He kept all of his emotions inside until the end. He had to survive 2 match darts by Bunting. And for the second consecutive game, we see a missed shot from one and then a hit from another. A tremendous ending. And it will be all German tomorrow when Nico Springer takes on the German captain, Martin Schindler. Springer wins 6-5.
Had the wherewithal to come up with a necessary piece of tidying up.
180, gotta call 140.
And 140 is not going to go for Ricardo. But that's nice use of the board.
Joshua call 114.
18s, can't find it. Long way off, actually.
54. Ricardo call 14.
So, first break of throw potentially incoming. Tops, and it's a lovely clean take once again. 14 darter and a 13 darter in very quick succession for Ricardo Petrenko. A break of throw.
Petrenko can forget about the people behind him if he can just jump ahead of the people above him. And it is quite congested and potentially could get even more so. We've got this event next weekend in Leverkusen and 5 Players' Championship events.
Yeah, and the more players he can put between himself and that dotted line, the better. Double 11 just off mark there for Josh Rock as he looks to hit back and get that break of throw to level things up once again. He's in good shape anyway. 144 is not happening here for Petrenko. Much better leg this from Josh Rock. He said he was going to have to book his ideas up, and he's made a good start in doing that.
Joshua 22.
Like he tried to hit the double to leave the double there, but Josh Rock, undeterred, pins the double 11. It's a 13 darter of his own. It's a break back, and as Josh Rock finally arrived in this game.
In the previous leg, and it was enough.
Look, winning a Euro Tour is hard. Winning it again the following year, it's just as hard, if not harder. Even when Luke Humphry's in that breakthrough year, we've just won all those European Tour titles. He only managed to successfully defend one of them the following year.
Yeah, made a load of finals, didn't he?
He did, yeah. He got very, very close on a number of occasions, to be fair. Dave Chisnell was thorn in his side.
But I take your point, yeah, it is hard to do. And you look at it, not many have been successful. First-time winners especially.
131.
Bit of an injection there from Rock, though, and he needed it. But Petrenko is the sort of player who, out of nowhere, can produce bursts of brilliance, but it's not going to happen on this occasion.
56. Joshua 36.
Far from it, in fact. Rock, double 18. That's more like it. 13 darter, allied with the 13 darter that he had in leg 4.
Has he got a little bit more that can just help turn this in his favour? He led at 1-0. He has not led since. 4-2 and 5-3 down. Petrenko first to a finish. Rock can get to a better one, or he could do.
But of course, you know what's going to happen, Dan. Petrenko is going to get match darts and lose it. Very much in keeping with the whole weekend.
143.
143 or 144? What does he need here?
143.
He wants 143, we are told. The referee is correct, but it does not matter because he won't take it out. Yep, 143.
93. Joshua 144.
Well, I think it's now or never, Josh, really. Oh, desperately unlucky. May have been a touch on the way through there. Rock has to just recalibrate and just reset himself. And again, he's reliant on mistakes.
Ricardo par 50.
The darts aren't quite down yet.
Chance for Pikachu to take out the defending champ. Double 16 for a spot in the final day. And Rock is beaten. The title defence falls at the first hurdle. Ricardo Petrenko beats Josh Rock for the first time in his career. And the former German Darts Championship winner is in the final day of the Dutch Darts Championship here in Rosmalen.